Yo, what is going on? It's the DFS Shark, and we are back with another day of some NBA action. Coming off yesterday's lineup, man, nothing other to say that it was just a ugly lineup. We ended up missing, I believe we hit 1 out of 4 of our plays. Ended up being terrible. Like I said on this channel, I always share the losses as well. We are looking for a rebound night tonight, but good thing it happens to be Tuesday. So you know what that means. On Tuesdays on PrizePicks, we have the Taco Tuesdays. So I am excited to get into that, and I'm going to share my strategy on how I play these Taco Tuesdays as well, and how I'm usually profitable every Tuesday. It's always my best day every single week, so I look forward to every Tuesday. And with that said, if you are new to PrizePicks, if you've never played before, there is a promo code below. Drop that in on sign up, and they will give you up to 100% match deposit, which means if you throw in $20, they'll give you $20. If you throw in $50, they'll give you $50. You know, only play with what you feel comfortable with, right? But if you want some action and you want to get in the game and take advantage of all the Taco Tuesdays, where they release 3 to 4 discounted lines every single day. Let's say a player, let's say Durant's points and rebounds is at 30 points, right? They may discount it down to like 22. And so the Taco Tuesdays have been hitting, I believe, 80% of last year, 78, 80% they hit all of last year. So I'm always bundling those up with my plays, and it had worked all of last year. And we're looking to continue that trend this year. So drop that code in if you are looking to sign up and get started on PrizePicks. Today is a great day to do it. And also, for those who are new to the channel, I have a Discord group, the DFS Shark Tank. That is where I release these plays every single morning as soon as I have them. I already sent them out to the Discord this morning. As you'll see, if you watched yesterday's video as well, when we were putting in one of our plays, it was completely gone and another line went up a whole point. So it's crucial that if you want to lock in these plays, you get them in early as you can, because the lines do change, and they change pretty quick and often on PrizePicks. So DFS Shark Tank, I'm going to throw the link in the comments. The link is also in the description. If you want to check that out and join, absolutely free as well. But let's get into yesterday's plays, right? Let's throw that up here so we can take a quick look at it. Man, my top 2 plays, we had the 3-pointers on, let's see, we had Cameron Johnson and we had Barnes, right? And absolutely one of the worst shooting performances from Johnson all year. He shot 8 or 9 threes, but he didn't make one. And then Scotty Barnes all of a sudden didn't want to shoot threes, right? He shot like 2 threes for the game, missed both. So a combined 0 for 10 between 2 really good shooters. So just, man, bad luck there. We just couldn't get it going. They couldn't get it going. So that's the way it rolls sometimes. We started the day with that Embiid win here, and I thought we were gonna, push through and have a strong day. And then Ingram didn't come through. Kobe White didn't come through, just fell short, both of them. But that's the way it rolls sometimes, man. Players are going to have off nights. They're not always going to be on every night, but that's how it goes, right? But today is a smaller slate, only 3 games on the slate, and we're going to get into that here in a bit, but only 3 games on the slate. So I always advise, and myself, I do this, I'm usually cut back on my bankroll a little bit on this, because just not enough value. And as I go through my plays, I always have my top 5 plays. Well, today I only actually have 4, right? I only have 4 plays because there's just not a lot of value. I'm not really liking the card tonight a lot. I'm not super confident in these lines as I usually am. So I'm cutting back a little, but I'm still going to be running these lines out there. But there is a full slate of hockey tonight, which I'm liking. So I may throw a 5-man slip out there for hockey, and I'm going to send that out in the Discord most likely at some point this morning. So if you want to get access to that line, jump in the Discord, because I haven't made it yet. That's going to be made after this video. I'm going to put it together. But with that said, let's jump into today's plays. All right. So I know some of y'all like just seeing the daily grind top play of the day, so you can see where the market's at. And so we filtered down by just NBA today. We have Tobias Harris, the top play on here. 53.61% odds to hit. 3-pointers made under 1.5. So some good lines on here. They got Pinnacle -137, FanDuel -138. And then a couple of -30s, 130s and ups from all the other books. So that is a good line here. The next line is going to be Devin Booker. Rebounds and assists under 12.5, 53.48. So DGF is liking some unders today on this line here. And you can even see the discrepancy in the line here. FanDuel has this at 11.5, right? And then you can see PrizePicks has it at 12.5. So you're getting the whole point. And that's the great thing about DGF, right? It really points out those discrepancies in the lines. Some sports books might have a line a whole point more or less. And that is a huge swing when it comes to getting values in these lines. That is how you win over the long term, right? Just those little small points here and there, and you can really start profiting long term on those if you stay consistent with it, right? So DGF, this is where I come every single day to find my top plays, find the plays that make the most sense. Because if you just look at the total number of props on any given night, let's say there's a night where there's 6 or 7 games, there's over 1,000 props, probably over like 2,000 to 3,000, to be honest, because each player can get, up to like 7 or 8 props. So it's crazy, the props, the numbers, and for you to take your time and go through each and every one of those is not worth it. A tool like DGF really helps you pick apart and find the best values. And from there, you can dive deep on the plays and what you like. And that's what I do every single day. So if you want to try this out and see if it's for you, there's a lot of different ways to use it. There's a bunch of other tools in here as well. Fantasy scores, you can do correlations, middling. I use the optimizer mainly, but I take a look at all the other, and I also play on other sites like Underdog and Parlay Play. And so I use it for those as well. But use the code SHARK if you want to try it out, and you'll get 25% off your first month. All right, but let's dive into the plays today. So let's take a quick look at the lineup, right? We got the Nuggets at Sixers, Nuggets plus 4.5, Sixers minus 4.5 at home. So some really good matchups. It is a small 3-game slate, but there is some really good matchups today. We got the Kings at the Suns, right? Phoenix is a -5 at home. And then we got the Thunder and the Clippers. So we got OKC plus 5.5. I actually think OKC is going to win that game. That's going to be an exciting one to watch. But let's get into our plays for the day. Let's dive in here. We're going to NBA. So I always start with my number 2 play of the day, and that is going to be Tobias Harris. And hopefully these lines didn't change, right? We are looking for, let's type it in. Let's type in his first name here. So I am looking for the rebounds and assists here. And you can see the line did go up already. So when I sent this out in the Discord, it was at 8.5, and I sent this out maybe 10 minutes ago. Right, that's how quick these lines change. Usually every video this happens to me. The lines are changing this quick. So Tobias Harris already went up a half point from 8.5. I got him at 8.5. I got that locked in already, but you can see his points jumped up. And if you're on a play and you go back and look and you see the points jumped up, that means you're on the right side of that play. That means everybody was hitting the over, so they're trying to account for that, and they're bringing it up, and maybe people will start hitting the under now. But Tobias Harris, that's going to be our number 2 play of the day. I got him over 8.5 rebounds. So let's dive in and take a look, because you might be able to find this on Underdog. If you play on Sleeper, Parlay Play, Chalkboard, wherever you play, you might be able to find this line, right? And this is what I use also as a tool to supplement DGF. DGF I usually use to find which lines I'm going to be playing, and then outliers where I really dig into the stats, trends, and everything. And also, if you want to check this out, they do have a free 7-day trial for you to check out and see if this is for you. And the link is down below for that as well. So let's dive into outlier here, right? And let's take a look at Tobias Harris. So see, for the season, right, he is hitting this line at 59%. So I like to see that anytime a player is over 55% on just the season in general, that is always a good sign. But if we dive into his last 5, he is at 60%. His last 10, he is at 80% on this line. So he has been absolutely crushing it. Last 20 at 60%. He has been crushing it on this line as well. And if we look at the head-to-head, they played each other, not this year, played each other twice last year, and he just missed that line both times. But you can see a lot of times when he does miss, he's hit right at 8 a lot of times. So all these games, there's been 3 games where he's hit 8. So just at the hook. So if he's not hitting he's just right there as well. So, and let's take a look at something interesting going on here. I actually have a play on one of these players, which I will go over, but the whole Nuggets team is game time decisions right now, right? We got Caldwell Pope, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Jamal Murray. They're all game time decisions. I'm sure one of them is going to end up sitting out. But that's something to keep an eye on. And the guy that's going to be on here is going to be Aaron Gordon. So, I mean, if he sits, then it's only going to be a boost to us as well if Aaron Gordon does end up sitting. But Tobias Harris, I like him either way, whether they all play or whether they all sit, right? And the thing I like about certain players is the amount of minutes they're getting, right? And so Harris, you can see here, he is averaging 33.9 minutes for the season. Anytime a player is playing over 32 minutes, to me, that is a good sign, because if you're on the court longer, you're going to get more opportunities and more chances, right? And so Tobias Harris is going to be our play for the day, our number 2 play for the day, right? I'm going to be riding with him. I'm liking this line a lot. Like I said, not a lot of values on the slate, but this one I am actually liking a lot. So we'll dive into our next play here. This is going to be our top play of the day, really. So we're going to go Harrison Barnes, and the line I got was 10.5 points and assists. So it's still there. This line is still available if you were seeing this now. So Harrison Barnes, right? Oh, and before I dive deep, I always forget to show this, but let's see what RotoWire has Tobias Harris at. So we have over 8.5 rebounds and assists, right? So they have him at about pretty much little over 9 right there. So they got him going over RotoWire, and this is another projection site I use to just kind of see where the lines are at. And so Harrison Barnes here, the line is points and assists over 10.5. And so for his last 20, he's hit this at 55%. For the season, he is at 62%, right? So he has been hitting this line a lot, and he has been playing about 29.1 minutes for the season. Keegan Murray is a game time decision, but Keegan Murray's playing power forward. Harrison Barnes is at small forward, but there is something interesting to note here. If Keegan Murray doesn't play, I don't think these are a direct correlation, but it's always nice to have this. For the 4 games that Keegan Murray has not played this year, Harrison Barnes has gone over every single game. So that's something to keep in mind right there as well, that he's gone over every single game that Keegan Murray hasn't played. So we'll see what happens with Keegan Murray there. But Harrison Barnes, man, I'm liking this play. This is a line he can absolutely crush as well. He's not going to get you a lot of assists. So this is mainly going to come from points, right? But you can see the upside here. He has games where he's putting up 18, 19, 19, 2 back-to-back 18 games here. So a big part of this is we just need him to stay hot, start hot and end hot, really. And another reason why I'm liking this, they've played the Suns. They played them 2 times in December, right? And let's see. They ended up beating them the first game. They beat them both games, actually. And you can see here, he's gone over both of those games, 11 and 19. If you go back to last season, he has been crushing the line versus the Suns. The only time he didn't hit it was back in 2022, right? But every game he's played the Suns, he's gone over this line here. So Harrison Barnes, man, he good value at this line here. I think he can absolutely crush this line. I think he can get 15 plus for us on points tonight. It is a close spread as well. You can see the Suns here, or the Kings are +5. So I'm thinking they're going to stay in this game. You can see the total is over 243. So it's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be a quick played game. I think the pace is going to be quick throughout. So I think Harrison Barnes is looking in line to hit this play. That's going to be the top play of the day, right? Let's get into the other 2. Like I said, I normally have 5 plays, but for today, not enough games, not enough lines out there. But we're going to go back to the Kings game here. And one of my favorite players in the league, De'Aaron Fox here. So this is a line I'm liking a lot as well. We're going to be going more than 8.5 rebounds and assists with De'Aaron Fox. He's a sneaky little rebounder as well, but he can get those assists. I think he's going to be shooting a lot, but he's also going to be getting everyone involved in the action. And then last, for the big dog, we are going Joe Kick, right? He is a game time decision. So keep that in mind, right? He is a game time decision, but I'm liking Joe Kick. It's going to be a good matchup versus him and Embiid tonight. So I'm looking forward to watching that. The big man's battling it out, right? The two MVPs, but we're going to be going Joe Kick, right? So the line is going to be his PRA 46.5. And I like hitting the PRA on Joe Kick just because, struggling recently, as you can see, to hit this line. But Joe Kick gets everyone involved in the game, right? He can make some crazy passes and just rack up those assists, rack up those rebounds, and rack up those points. Just a triple-double machine, right? So I'm liking Joe Kick to go over this line. The thing I'm needing to happen is for him to not get in foul trouble. I just need him to stay out of foul trouble. And the way he plays also, he could put Embiid in foul trouble because he does like to attack that paint as well. So I'm liking this play on Joe Kick. And for my Taco Tuesday strategy, they're going to be releasing the first taco usually around like 11 to 12 Central my time. Then usually it's every 3 hours. They'll usually release 3 or 4. So my Taco Tuesday strategy is this. So I'm playing all these plays in the same line, right? And I'm going to be bundling Tobias Harris and Harrison Barnes together for a 2-man line. I've already done that, right? I've already put this one in. So I'm going to be bundling those up together. And then the taco plays, let's say the first one comes out. I'm going to bundle it up with Harris. I don't know if I will now still because the line went up a half point. I'm going to have to look and see if I'm going to do that. But let's say all the lines were the same. I would take taco number 1. I would pair it with Harrison with Tobias here. I would take taco number 2. I would pair it with Harrison Barnes. Taco number 3, I'm pairing with Fox, right? And then if there is a 4th taco, sometimes there is, I'm going to go Joe Kick and pair that up, right? And that's how I do my tacos. Because if all those plays hit and then the tacos hit, you're hitting everything, right? But let's say 2 out of 3 of these win and only one of these loses, but all the tacos hit and you hit 2 out of 3 of those 2-mans on the tacos, well, then you're still in the green because for each 2-man power play, you're 3xing your money, right? So you're still hitting right there. And that's the way I play it, because if you play 3 tacos of 2-man plays, if I'm making sense here, let's say you have three lines, right? And they're all 2-man plays. If you just hit 1 out of those 3, then you're breaking even, right? You just need to hit 1 out of 3 just to break even, right? 2 out of 3 profit, 3 out of 3, you're killing it, right? So that's the way I play it. That's the way I set it up every day for every Tuesday. And it has been working great this year, especially when those top 2 plays hit. It has been working amazing. But that's going to be it for our PrizePicks plays. Boom. And there you guys have it. That's going to be our PrizePicks plays for the day. Like I said, we had a rough one yesterday, but overall, man, we have been killing it. I think we're on 11-4 run now, pretty much since the new year started. So we have been killing it. We ended up positive our first 2 weeks, and that's the name of the game when it comes to PrizePicks. Just have winning days, winning weeks, winning months, and then try to win the year, right? And you do that day by day, right? You're grinding it out every day. You're going to get crushed some days like I did yesterday, like we did if you played with me, right? It happens. It's part of the game. You just got to move on. We're coming on to tonight. We got a smaller slate. Unfortunately, I was wishing it was a bigger slate for a rebound night, but smaller slate. I'm still liking these plays. And like I said, I'm going to probably be throwing a smaller 5-man line of some hockey in the Discord as I put that together. So if you want to get that line, join the DFS Shark Tank. It's absolutely free. I'll get you that line in there as soon as I have it. Also, another thing, if you're watching this, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed me breaking down these plays and what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing. I do this every single video, every single day, right? Because I'm playing these plays and then I'm sharing them with you, and it's up to you if you want to put them in, tell me, just kind of see what everybody else is on as well. So hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Drop some comments in there. That also helps me get seen by more people. And the goal of this channel is for us to beat PrizePicks together, right? That's the goal of this whole thing, right? And that's why I'm sharing my plays so you can get access to them, get them in early, lock them in, and let's do it. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. Take care.